Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with the next update for my project Apocalypse. In this project I am currently trying to work out 22 lip products in this year, and I'm also going through the remaining of my lip products, which is quite a lot, and I'm rating all of them just to get a better overview of my collection. So I'm gonna go through the products that I'm panning first and then move into the products that I have been rating over the past month. I have been rating 15 lipsticks this month. I upped it this month from 10 to 15 just because I want to be able to get through all of them. But before I jump into any of the lip products, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. Let's jump into the video. So when it comes to the panning part of this video, I every month have 5 focus lip products that I am mainly focusing on finishing and using as much as possible. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with those. The first product that I have is my YSL Rouge Pure Couture in the shade 13, I believe it is. And this was one that I have not used very much this past month. I only used it 4 times. And this is what it looks like. I definitely have used this quite a bit, but I was not able to make a new mark. I looked on the paper and there's just like tiny bit of usage, maybe like a millimeter or so. But since it's so close to that line, I didn't want to mark it because it's just gonna blur together. But yeah, that is kind of where I'm with this lipstick. I do have a reason why I haven't used this very much, and I'll get to that soon. But yeah, I'm still happy with the progress that I got in the past month. But this is definitely one that I need to focus on again in the next month, because this is more of a summery red, and I do want to move it out as soon as possible. My goal was to move it out maybe the next 2 months, but I think it might take another 3 months, judging from I didn't use it very much in the past month, but we'll see how it goes. But that is the first lipstick. The second lipstick though is very exciting. This is my MAC lipstick in the shade Angel, which is one of their frost finishes. This lipstick is done. This is what it looks like now. You can see it is completely finished. That was one of my goals in the past month, was to finish this lipstick, and I used this 63 times, which is so much. I do count every reapplication into my note, so obviously it's way higher than 30 because I used it a lot, like not every day, but probably majority of the days of the month. And every time I used it, I reapply a couple of times throughout the day as well. So that is my MAC lipstick in Angel. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the progress lines so you can see where I am, or where I was last month, and see how much I actually used this past month. So you can see right there that is where I was last month, and I have finished it. So I used so much of this product this past month. I really was determined to finish this, and I'm so happy that I did. So that is an empty, and that means I'm also going to roll in a new focus lipstick, but I'll do that after I've gone through all of the lipsticks that I'm panning. Next up we have another frost finish. This one is in the shade Costa Chic. This is one that I actually only used once in the past month. However, I have decided to declutter this lipstick. So this is what this lipstick looks like. It is a really nice shade. However, it's a very kind of bright, frosty kind of core lipstick, and I'm not really into these kind of shades anymore. I want something a bit more, not neutral per se, but just something that melts better into my lips, because this definitely looks like it sits on top of my lips. And you know, I have really enjoyed using it, especially this summer, but we are moving out to summer now, and I don't foresee myself using this at all in the next couple of months. And because of that, I have decided to declutter this and move it out of my collection, because since I wasn't able to use it up this year, I doubt that I will reach for this again next year. I mean, I might a little bit, but I don't think I will be able to pan it. And it is also very old, so I will be decluttering MAC's Costa Chic. And just to show you, that is the progress. So I did use it a little bit this year, but it was a very slow moving lipstick, so again there was no chance I was going to pan this year anyway, so that's why I decided to declutter this lipstick. Moving on, we have my fourth focus lipstick. Again, this is one that I haven't really reached for that much. I only reached for it 2 times, and that is my Revlon Lip Butter in Wild Watermelon. Again, I wasn't able to draw a new line, but this is what it looks like. Again, I used that Angel lipstick so much that I wasn't really able to reach for a lot of my other focus lipsticks, which I'm fine with. Actually, I didn't really use the remaining lipsticks that much in general, but I again am really proud of the progress that I had this month on the Angel lipstick, as well as on the upcoming one. But this is one that I'm going to focus on more in the next month. So for the final focus lipsticks that I have, we have another MAC lipstick in the shade Sea Sheer, which is one of the Luster formulas. This one, as if you recall from the last update, had kind of loosened at the base and was very messy and wobbly. So what I decided to do was I actually dug out the base, and then I kind of shoved down the lipstick itself back in the base, used to give some stability again, and obviously like I removed some from the base, but then I pushed it down, so I didn't really lose any product in that sense, because what I did dig out, I did actually decan into a Colourpop old like Super Shock Chic container, and that was actually housed in this container here. And as you might be able to tell, I have used it. You can see a little bit of remnants up there, but I did finish all of that product, which is quite a lot. I actually only finished that 2 days ago. What I did is like, this is something that I used to reapply, especially at home or, you know, in the office or somewhere where I was able to have a proper mirror, or like a bathroom, because obviously my fingers got very messy after applying it that way. So like, you know, when I was able to go to like a bathroom and I reapply that way, I reapplied using that. And then when I was like out and about, I did use the actual lipstick to reapply, so I did use this as well. And when it comes to this lipstick, I have not quite finished it, but I'm so close. My goal is to finish this lipstick this month, so it's currently the 24th today, so I have another week to finish this. I think I should be able to do it. I'm a little bit upset that I wasn't able to finish this before the update, but not too, you know, it's not too bad as long as I've managed to finish it this month, which again I should be able to do. If I haven't said already, I used this lipstick 49 times in the past month, and that is combined use with this actual bullet as well as that container. So yeah, 49 uses in total. Let me go ahead and show you my progress lines. So you can see right here, that up here is where it was when it broke, and that down here with a little star next to it is where it was after I pushed down the bullet. So that amount right here is what I had to use up in the actual like little Colourpop Super Shock container. And then you can see from when it broke, or from when I reattached into the housing, that is how much I have used. So I did use a little bit, just under half what was in the bullet, but again, I also did use all of that top amount as well. So again, this is definitely one that will be done next month, and I'm very excited about that. I was considering putting in another focus lipstick for this one because I'm so close to finishing it, but since I'm gonna replace 2 of them anyway, the Angel lipstick that I finished as well as the Costa Chic lipstick that I decluttered, I'm gonna keep it in for now, and then, you know, next month when I do finish it, I can replace it with something else. So that is my final focus lipsticks. Let me just breeze over the other lipsticks that are in this project. So I'm just going to talk about the ones that I did actually use first, and then you skip over the ones that, or like you could breeze through the ones that I did not use at all. So first up we have my Clarins Instant Light Lip Perfector in the shade 02. I did use this one 11 times, and I do have a little bit of progress. The last progress line there is the progress in the last month, so a little bit of movement but not too much, but I'm happy that it is moving. This is definitely one that I use more in winter, so I'm not again too worried about finishing this. I say this every month, but I do think this will be done by the end of the year. The next lipstick that I did actually use a little bit is my Colourpop lipsticks in the shade She Bad, which is one of their matte X formulas. I can't roll this one up because it is completely mushed in the base, but I did use this as a mixer lipstick. I used it actually with the Sea Sheer lipstick twice, because even though it's a beautiful kind of not too opaque, not too dark lip product, sometimes I use one a bit more of a nude, and then I mix it with this one and it worked well, and that's the 2 uses I got out of this lipstick. And then lastly I used my lip liner in Soar from MAC once. Again, I think I used this to mix with, did I use it to mix with other products? I think I used it to mix with Angel once, because Angel was quite a light nude and I liked mixing it with other things. I did find another kind of product that I liked mixing it with though towards the end of the month, so that made it easier, and that's why I didn't reach for this product more than once, but I did reach for it once. But again, obviously no new mark on this product. Then in here we have all of the products that I did not use. So we have my Revlon lip butter in the shade Candy Apple, we have my NYX body gloss in the shade Apple Strudel, my NYX lip liner in Prune, my Sephora lip cream in the shade 25, which is this beautiful kind of autumnal shade. I have 2 MAC lipstick. I have Rebel as well as Plumfold. Did not use either of those. And then lastly we have my last Colourpop lipsticks in the shade Sauce. Did not use this one either. So those are the products that I did not use in the past month. Let me just now replace the 2 focus lip products before I move into the ones that I did rate. So the 2 products that I have decided to roll in to replace the 2 focus products that is leaving this project are these 2 right here. So we have another MAC lipstick and we have the lip liner. So The lipstick that I have decided to roll in is one that I actually had as a focus lipstick earlier this year, but it's more of a winter kind of, yeah, winter autumn kind of colder season lipstick, and that's why I rolled it out when we got to summer. But this is MAC's Plum Faux. This is what it looks like. It is also a luster formula similar to Sea Sheer, and I'm excited to roll this one in because I do really love this product and it works really well with more cool tone looks, which is something that I'm going to wear more again now when we're hitting autumn. Then for the second focus lip product, there was a couple products that were contenders for this. There was specifically, I was thinking to roll in this product or the Sephora lip cream, but I have decided to roll in this one because I think I can go through it quicker, and that is my lip liner from MAC in Soar. So I still have quite a bit left of this product. You can see it's quite tall still. Again, this is more of an autumnal shade. It's quite a deep lip liner. I don't know if I said already, but this is in the color Soar. Lip liners I can move through quite quickly, but this one is not my favorite kind of shade. Again, it is a bit deeper, so it is more autumnal, or I can mix this with other things. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix this a lot with Colourpop She Bad, because that's a very, very light nude, and I like mixing this with very light nude because it does create like a mid-tone kind of nude that works quite well. So that's probably my game plan with this, and that also means I'm going to get quite a lot of use out of She Bad. And yeah, hopefully, I mean, I'm not going to be able to finish this in a month, maybe not even 2 months, but hopefully it can move out like in the next 3 months or so. So those are the 2 new focus products. Let's move on to the products that I did rate in the past month. So I have my tray right here with all of the products that I rated in the past month. Again, we have 15 to go through, so I'm just going to start going through my list. So the first product that I have is my Fenty lip gloss in the shade Fenty Glow Fantasy. This one is one of the Christmas kind of sets, or from the Christmas set last year. This is actually the first, or that set was the first time trying Fenty's lip glosses, and I do really quite like this one. I did rate this a 4 because it's a little bit too sheer for my liking, but it's a really beautiful shade and it does really have really nice sparkles to it too. So not my perfect lip gloss, but I do definitely really like it. So that is the first product. Next up we have another 4, and this one comes from YSL and is one of the Rouge Volupté Shines in 15, which is a beautiful peachy nude. This is what this product looks like. It's really, really stunning. Again, I rated this a 4. I love the formula of this. It's so moisturizing, so like luxurious on the lips. It has a really nice scent to it, and the shade is really, really nice. It's not my perfect kind of peachy nude, and that's why it's a 4 rather than a 5, but the formula is top notch and I do really love this lipstick. Next up we have one product that I rated relatively low, and that is my YSL what is all this called, the glossy stains. Is that what they're called? They released this quite a few years ago now, and this one is in the shade 9, which is a glossy kind of red. The shade of red in this is definitely not my favorite. It's a very kind of, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a orangey kind of blood red. It's like a blood red, but it's more orange leaning. And I only rated this a 2 because the formula is not the greatest. It's a very kind of thick, and it feels very clumpy on the lips, and also the shade of red is not my favorite, so I rated this again relatively low. This is definitely one that's on the shopping block for me. Yeah, I don't love this product, and again, I rated it. It's probably one of the lowest ratings I've had. I think I've had a couple more 2s, but I think I've decluttered those 2s. So this is definitely one that is like a consideration for declutter, but I'm gonna sit on it for a little bit and then maybe decluttering it in a little bit. But I'm going to sit on this for a little bit and maybe declutter it in a couple of months or so. But for now, this is going back to my collection with a rating of 2. We have my Soap & Glory Futuristic Sexy Mother Pucker Lip Gloss Stick. I can't remember exactly what they're called, but they are discontinued, I've heard, and this is a really, really nice shade. I rated this a 3 because again, it's a very nice shade, like I said, but it's a bit too... Again, it's very thick. It's very nice and moisturizing though, and I loved this in the nude shade. I think that was called Nudist. I've panned that years ago now, and I loved that shade. This one, the shade is a little bit too bright for me to be perfect with this formula, but it is still a really fun and nice summery shade, and I did rate this again a 3. Next up we have a couple matte lipsticks to go through. The first one is the shade Pink Pearl Pop, which is like a light kind of Barbie pink. That's what it looks like. This one again it's a nice shade, but it's definitely not my favorite, and therefore I gave it a 3. This one is one of the cream sheen formulas, which is nice, but again not my favorite, so it's kind of like middle of the road, and that's why it's a 3. Then next up we have the shade Chili, which is actually the shade that I'm wearing on my lips today. This one I rated a 4. It's a nice kind of lipstick. It's like a burnt orange kind of red. It's like a burnt orange kind of red. Yeah, it's nice. Again, you can see it on my lips now. It's not my favorite, but it's definitely nice and wearable. And not wearable, I think a lot of people wouldn't call this wearable, but it's a nice, somewhat wearable shade, especially for autumn and winter. So I gave it a 4 because it's not my perfect tone of red, even though it's a deeper red. But that's why I gave it this rating, and it is one of their matte formulas. The next one I also rated a 4, and this is the shade Flat Out Fabulous, and this is one of the retro matte lipsticks. This shade looks like this. It's a really nice shade. It's like a raspberry kind of purple shade. It's really stunning, and I love the retro matte formula. It's one of my favorite formulas, not just for MAC but in general. And I love the retro matte red, what's called Ruby Woo. That's my favorite all-time red. Love that one. And this one is a really nice shade. I was umming and ahhing where to put a 4 or 5 because it's such a nice and flattering shade. It's actually really surprised me, and I wish I could put like 4.5 because it's basically in the middle. I feel like I like this slightly more than Chili, but I'm not sure if I would actually rate this a 5. So yeah, it's staying at a 4, but that is the shade Flat Out Fabulous. Next up we also have more of an autumnal shade. This is a lipstick from Smashbox, and this is one of their Be Legendary lipsticks in the shade Fig. This is what this one looks like. It looks like a nice kind of deep nude, but the tone of this is not perfect. The formula is very nice, but the tone is just not perfect for me, so that's why I rated this one a 3. Again, something that I would definitely wear, something that I would definitely, like, you know, reach for on an everyday basis, but it's not something that I would pull out for those like special occasion days, or you know, when I really wanted something that I absolutely loved. So that is the lipstick in Fig. Something that I would pull out though for a lipstick that I absolutely love and want, you know, if I want something that I know works with every single look, I would pull out one of these Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks, and this one is in the shade Supermodel. This is what this one looks like. It's a nice kind of brownie tone nude, and I rated this one a 5. I love the formula, I love the tone of this lipstick, I love how smooth and kind of how it melts into my lips and looks somewhat natural. It's really pretty, and this is one of her matte formulas, and yeah, this one is absolutely stunning. Next up we have another 5. This is my Sephora lip cream in the shade 22, which is a beautiful kind of light peachy nude. It's a really nice, I mean, it's like a peachy brown nude, I guess. This is a really nice nude on me. It's a really nice undertone. Again, I mentioned that kind of peachy nude before, that it wasn't perfect, but this is a really nice nude, and since it has those brown tones in it, it definitely works really well for me. And yeah, that one is again a 5. Another one that I rated a 5 is my NYX soft matte lip cream in the shade Athens. This one is again a kind of nudie shade. This one is slightly more brown tone than the last one, but it does also have some peachy tones in it. Again, I love these tones on me, and again I rated this a 5. I have talked about this formula before, and I really love them, and that also contributed to the score. Okay, so we have another 5 actually. This is one of my Colourpop lipsticks in the shade Cami. This one is a really nice mauve tone. I was surprised how much I like this. I thought I would maybe rate this like a 4, but I really love the tone of this. It's just a nice basic kind of mauve tone that isn't too deep, isn't too light, and it is one of the matte X formulas, which I love. Again, it gives that like kind of matte, effortless effect on the lips, and I love that, so this one is a 5. So we're finally moving away from the 5s, and next up we have my Pat McGrath lipstick in the shade Pink Ultraness. This is one of her Luxe Trans lipsticks, which is the non-matte formula, and this is what this one looks like. It is a very bright shade. It's like I don't know how to describe this, like a muted fuchsia kind of, and this one I really like, but the shade is just slightly off for me to be perfect, so I rated this one a 3. I still really like this lipstick, and the packaging is just so lush, but yeah, it's a 3. Definitely again kind of middle of the road. I like it, and I definitely will keep it, but not my absolute favorite. So that is this lipstick. We have another one that is a kind of, you know, more pink leaning shade, and this is one of my KVD liquid lipsticks in the shade LUV. This is what this one looks like. Look at the color there in the center, because it has gotten a bit bleached by the sun, and I mixed it up as well as I could. But yeah, this one I rated a 4. It's a nice shade, but it's just, again, a little bit too muted for me to absolutely love it. I have some other shades, for example the one coming up next, that I really love more than this, and that's why I rated this one a 4. Yeah, and then lastly we have one that I did rate a 5 again. Again, it's the one that kind of surprised me that I rated a 5, but I just could not rate it anything else. This is my Chanel lipstick in La Diva. This is a very bright kind of blue tone pink, but this is my kind of perfect blue tone to pink, and you can see I already use quite a lot of it. It's a very kind of flattering shade on my skin tone. It makes my skin looks really bright and like just beautiful. And yeah, I love this lipstick. It's one that I have loved for years, and yeah, I definitely still love it. It's probably one of my top favorite blue tone pinks in my collection, and again it was a 5. So those were all of the lipsticks that I rated in the past month. I'm gonna pull out the bag with all the remaining lip products that I need to rate this year and pull out 15 more. So I have all of them in here, and as per normal I'm just gonna reach in and grab a couple lip products. I'm gonna go 2 at a time because yeah, it's just easier that way. So I did get 2 different products here. We got another one of my Smashbox Be Legendary lipsticks, and this one is in the shade Famous, which is the more nude shade if I remember. Yeah, it is. So this is what this one looks like. Definitely one that's gonna be easy to reach for, so that is the first product. Then we got my Colourpop Matte X lipsticks in Barely There, which is definitely not a Barely There shade. It's a very, very bright kind of corally pink, and that is what this one looks like. So there we have 2. Let me go and grab 2 more, and we have these 2 right here. We have one of my NYX lip glosses, I guess. This is one of the lip oils, and in the this is Everything Lip Oil in shade number, what is the shade of this? In the shade Sheer Blush, a really nice kind of easy one to reach for. And then I did get my full-size Fenty lip gloss. This is one of the cream lip glosses in the shade Candy Milk, so I got that one as well. So let me go ahead and pull 2 more. Just pull random ones. We got another one of my lipsticks in the shade Hotline, which is again one of the Matte X formulas. I think all of the ones I have are Matte X. This one is again a really nice nude, so that is the next lip product, the 5th one I believe. And then I did get another one of my YSL Rouge Veloute Shines in number 14, which is a little bit more kind of orangey toned than the last one, but this is what this one looks like. So that's 6. Let me grab 2 more. I'm trying to like grab from different parts of the bag so that I get different type of products. So we got one of my favorite MAC lipsticks. This is in the shade Kinda Sexy, which is a really, really nice nude. This is what this one looks like. This is like one of my perfect nudes, and I love this one, but that is Kinda Sexy from MAC. And I also did get one of my Superstay matte inks in the shade Romantic, yeah, from Maybelline, and this one is the next one. So that is 8. Let me go ahead and put 2 more. So we have one of my Chanel lipsticks in the shade Insatiable. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. It's in 152, and it's one of the Rouge Allure lipsticks. And this is what this one looks like. It's like a corally kind of red. Ooh, okay. I also got one of my Pat McGrath lip glosses in the shade Dreamscape, which is a beautiful, beautiful sparkly gloss. This is what this one looks like. I'm very excited to reach for this one because I know I love this, and I'm always so intrigued by it in the tube because it's almost like a duo kind of multi-chrome sparkle in it, and it's a nice kind of nude shade as well. So that is the next one. So that is 10. We have 5 more to go. And we have my Sephora liquid lipstick again in number 13, which is a nice mauve. This is what this one looks like. And then we have my YSL Rouge Pure Couture lipstick in 17, which looks like this. Again, another kind of corally shade. So that is 12, which means I should get 3 more. So I'm just going to go in and actually grab 3 different ones just now, so that we can complete the lipsticks. Okay, so we have 3 right here. We actually got another one of our Smashbox Be Legendary lipstick, and this is in the shade Inspiration. I think this might be the last one that I have left to use, and this is what this one looks like. Then we have my KVD Beauty liquid lipstick again in the shade Ophelia, which is another nude that I know I love. This is what this one looks like. And then the final product that I pulled in is from Colourpop again, and this is another one of their Matte X lipsticks in the shade Glam Bag, which is a really beautiful, again, kind of blue toned purpley pink. So that is it for today's video. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. I'm gonna insert pictures again of what the lipsticks look like here on screen. I usually insert the swatches here so you can see what they look like. It's easier than me swatching everything out in the video. But this is the kind of color palette that I'm gonna work on for the next month. And with that, I'm gonna wrap up this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye guys.